Laura Rushton, thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day today to talk to me about National Careers Week.
That's all right. Pleasure to be here, John.
Great. Can you tell me, Laura, how did you start your career in social care?
Well, so I was a university student.
Mm-hmm.
I had two really young children when I was at university,
Yeah.
and my friend said that she had applied to work in a care home. And I was looking for some part-time work to work around university and to work around the children.
Yeah.
And I'd worked in a pub and it wasn't really for me. So I thought, oh, care sounds like a good option for me.
Yeah.
And my mum, when me and my brother were young, my mum used to be one of those really old-fashioned home helps, and she'd ride around with the basket on the front.
Yeah.
And it just sort of resonated with me. And my friend said that, she was a similar age to me with no experience in care, and she'd been accepted as into a role in a care home. And I thought, what's the chances of me getting a care job? Because I'm 19, I don't have any experience. It's fairly unlikely, but do you know what? I'm going to go for it anyway.
Yeah.
So I applied to work in home care and went for an interview and was successful, and I've never looked back, John. Never looked
Brilliant.
back.
So your first job role was as a carer?
Yes, it was, yeah.
So what were your day-to-day responsibilities then, back in the day?
Back in the day, I was what might be seen as being thrown in at the deep end, I guess. I worked with some what I now know as quite complex service users. And it would be anything from personal care, helping somebody to get washed and dressed and ready, to working with district nurses, helping to prepare food, supporting people with medication. And it was a really, really big learning curve in the first instance because I only really just learned how to look after myself and my children. and then,
you were what age then? 19?
I was 19, yeah. And very inexperienced in life. And I do honestly think it's one of the things that really helped me to develop and become quite mature, quite young, because it's a lot of responsibility. And there's a lot to learn, and, an awful lot to sort of get your head around. But I think, you get to know people, you get to recognise your service users, you get a nice team of colleagues, and before you know it, you're a fully fledged part of the team. You started as very timid and inexperienced and, feeling like a little fish in a really big pond. And then all of a sudden, you're the one that's got the experience, and you're the one that's sharing your pearls of wisdom with the rest of the team. So when you first start, I remember it feeling quite daunting, even though you've had your training and, you think you know what you're doing. It's gathering that experience, which takes a little bit of time. But before you know it, you're whizzing around your visits and making people happy left, right and centre.